Hello, sports fans, and welcome to this presentation of the first round in the Sac Joaquin Section Playoffs presented by Play On Sports. My name is Zach Berger. Alongside me, as always, my esteemed partner, Blake Allen. How you doing tonight, Blake?
You know, Zach, I'm doing well. I'm excited for this playoff football game. It's cold out, nice old-fashioned football. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Nice and toasty up in this box. Blake, what are you expecting out of tonight's game?
I'm expecting a good, hard-hitting playoff football game. I'd like to see it competitive throughout, and I don't want to see the refs decide this. I want the teams to finish it up on the field.
You're spot on, Blake. You are spot on. No one wants to see that. This is bound to be a game from the opening kickoff. And that, my friends, brings us to tonight's impact player of the game. Who do you got for us, Blake?
Now, from Granite Bay, I have Tony Ellison. It's pretty obvious. I mean, the guy does it all. He runs the ball, he catches the ball, he returns punts and kicks. He had over 1,000 yards total offense and 14 touchdowns this year. The guy, he just does it all. Now, from Napa, we have Zach Jones, their running back and cornerback. He was the Monticello Empire League's back of the year this year. He also made second team all defense. So, I mean, the guy goes both ways. He's an explosive runner. He's got great vision. He hits the holes hard.
That's an impressive resume. Funny thing about tonight's game is the fact that these two teams are at the exact same seeding they were at last season. This is a rematch of last year's first round game, which was won by Granite Bay 31-7. Kind of a blowout, but we'll see how things play out this season. Max Preps predicts that this game will end with Granite Bay the victor, the score being 34-7. Now, Blake, give us a breakdown of what we will be seeing from both teams tonight.
Lots of running. Prepare yourself for some ground and pound because both these teams, their strength is in their backs, and they are going to run the ball. The quarterbacks, I'm not saying the quarterbacks are bad because the quarterbacks are good, but their strength is absolutely in their running backs, and Granite Bay is that's what they would want because their strength is in their run defense, and I think that'll play right into their hands.
And in their offensive game, Grant Caraway, one of the highest rushing yards in the entire SFL as a quarterback, 117 rushing yards this season. That's quite impressive, isn't it?
It is. You like dual threat quarterbacks. I mean, you don't want an all-running quarterback because they can't throw the ball. You want to be able to throw it and run it, and he's got it both.
That is a fact. Now is time for our predictions for the night. Blake, who do you have winning?
I have Granite Bay topping Napa 31-17. I think Napa will keep it close to the fourth quarter, but I think Granite Bay scores late and finishes it off.
So 31-17, same as last year. I will agree with you. Granite Bay is my prediction to be the victor, but my score will be 21-15, a very low-scoring game, but nevertheless close, and it will be a defensive battle all the way throughout, and the game will have to be won inside of the red zone. That is a crucial point on the field, and whoever owns the red zone will own the game. From here, we are going to be taking a quick commercial break, and we will be coming back live with action of Granite Bay versus Napa. I'm Zach Berger.
I'm Blake Allen.
Be back with you in a bit.
Captains for tonight's ball game. First for the visiting Indians, number 10, Zach Jones. Number 11, David Hunt. Number 12, Dominic Good. Number 22, Dalton Maydall. For the Grizzlies, number 5, John Cooley. Number 40, Mason Conan. Number 90, J.R. Colton. And number 94, Tyler Arneson. The Indians have won the toss. They elect to receive the opening kick. Referees for tonight's contest are John Galvin. The umpire is Cruz Ochoa. The head linesman is Jim Coyne. The line judge is Robbie Murphy. The back judge, Keith Wilkinson. And the alternate is Austin Casino. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Granite Bay High School, home of champions. Tonight's the first round of the Sac Joaquin Section Division I Championship between the Napa Indians and your Granite Bay Grizzlies. In a moment, the opening kick, but ladies and gentlemen, to honor our country, would you please rise, remove your caps, and enjoy this rendition of the national anthem tonight performed by the Emerald Brigade Band.
And welcome back. We had to take a short commercial break, but we are here and ready to go. That was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem, wouldn't you say, Blake? That was a beautiful rendition of the national anthem.
You know, the band always does a great job. You got to give them credit. They work really hard, and they just do a fantastic job.
They put in hours and hours of work, and you know what? It pays off. Okay, so we're going to have Granite Bay kicking off to Napa, and their returner will be...
Looks like Zach Jones.
It looks like Zach Jones.
They're both ways star.
Set to take the kickoff, and kicking off for Granite Bay will be Colin Brown.
Mitch Spinelli and David Gretchen. Zach Jones is deep to receive for the Indians.
I'm excited. Aren't you excited, Zach?
I'm quite excited to see this game get ready to go, and it looks like they're getting set for the kick.
Not much better than playoff football, eh?
You can't beat it. Can't beat it. And here we go. First kickoff of the playoffs begins. Zach Jones gets a return, brings up the right side of the field. He beats the defender up the sideline, tackle out of bounds.
Kick is returned by Zach Jones.
That was a 30-yard gain. Beautiful return for what he had.
Knocked out of bounds by Michael Garrity.
We'll see a lot of him tonight, Zach.
We will. And on the play, Michael Garrity with the tackle. You know what? Surprisingly, Blake, Granite Bay's defense is the better part of their team.
You know, Coach Ernie Cooper, did call them a championship-level defense. So obviously he thinks very highly of them, as do most.
Here we go. Starting it off. Quarterback, Manny Aguirre on the snap. Granite Bay loading the box. They have everyone up front. Changing the play. Here's the snap. Drops back. Long ball. Oh, incomplete pass.
You know, I'm really glad the refs kept the flag in the pocket there, because many refs would fall into that, just like that tripping. You know, it happens. It happens. But a lot of times the refs are too happy with their flags.
It's a part of the game, and I'm glad that they are not falling for those dirty little tricks. And on coverage on the play was Nick Grace.
I think that was a good read by that quarterback there with the defense flat. Take a shot downfield, see what you can get.
That was good. Playing straight up man defense, trying to beat him up the top. All right, changing the play. Aguirre. Here he goes. Fake dive up the middle. He breaks one tackle. There he goes. Beats one defender. And he's down at around the 45-yard line.
You know, that was the triple option right there, and we saw Napa warming up in that, and they're going right to it right away, and that's Zach Jones for you, the back of the year in the MEL, the league that Napa participates in.
And you can see how explosive he is once he hits that hole, Blake.
You know, that's uncharacteristic of the Granite Bay run defense as well. Usually they're very stout in the middle.
It truly is. Maybe we'll see them progress throughout this quarter. All right, he sets him in motion. He gets a snap, drops back, looks for him. Good coverage on the play by number 19, Luke Bussey.
You know, Luke Bussey has progressed greatly this season.
He has.
He didn't start at the beginning of the season, but he's worked his way in, and he's become a very good player.
He's an excellent junior player.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. It's 2nd and 10 for the Indians. Calling the play, coming out of the huddle. Granite Bay is bringing a 4 up front. All right, they got full backfield. Here he goes. Fake handoff. Up the middle, incomplete pass. That pass was intended for number 8.
Napa's throwing the ball a lot more than I expected.
They are. They're really coming out and trying to get that passing offense started.
I mean, the one running play they had gained about, what, 35 yards, 25 yards?
Truly.
And then 3 passes, all incomplete. So
They're probably trying to set the tone through the air.
Wouldn't be surprised.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 10. Full backfield yet again. Checks the play. Here's a snap. Here we go. And he is stopped with a gain of 4 yards. Great stand for the Grizzlies on 3rd down. Tackle on the play is Aaron Knapp.
The gain of 2 on the play brings up 4th and 8.
And the Indians are going to punt. Returning the kick today is Aaron Knapp.
Aaron Knapp.
He's making tackles, returning kicks. Here we go. Here's the punt. He's getting fumble on the play. And it's out of bounds.
You know, it's never a good thing when you get that much forward momentum going into a punt return.
It is not.
They're difficult to catch. It's hard enough catching it when you're stationary, let alone running full speed into it.
That's a true fact. And when you're trying to catch with your face mask, not very good.
Right you are, Zach. Right you are.
All right, Grant Caraway's coming out to call the play. Caraway is a very competent quarterback, it seems, in the pocket. He's also a very good runner, has excellent vision, and he knows when to go for it. All right, under center. There goes Ellison. Cut up the middle. That's Johnny Cooley with the carry. They gained about 7 yards.
That's what you get with Cooley. He's going to run it up the middle. And that's pretty much all he's going to do. I mean, he breaks tackles, he reads holes well, and he just fights through, gets yards.
That's excellent. He's a hard-nosed runner, and he will fight you for every single inch.
Yes, sir.
Indians defense, don't know a lot about him, Blake, but let's see what they got on this drive.
Well, what we can tell you is they gave up about 19 points a game this year.
Caraway rolling out, scrambling. Oh, runs into his own wide receiver. And he is down. No gain on the play. What happened there, Blake? Was that
looked just like a little bit of miscommunication. I mean, I'm not really sure what the offensive lineman was doing that far out, but I'm sure they'll correct it. They'll get it right next time.
I would say. Here they come out. About 3rd and 4 at their own 36-yard line. Ellison in motion. Fake handoff to Ellison.
It gives to Ellison.
Oh, it is to Ellison. I am sorry. He breaks up the sideline. What an explosive and elusive runner. He even tricked me. What a carry by Tony Ellison.
Looks like a gain of just about 20 to 21 yards there.
Quite explosive and very entertaining for these entertainers right now.
You know, that's Granite Bay's offense. It's extremely deceptive. I mean, you were even fooled and you're up here.
I was, Blake. It was very deceptive. But that's what you get with the flyback offense.
Yes, sir.
Patented flyback offense. CC Ernie Cooper. All right, here's Caraway under center. Reading the defense, full backfield, man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Rolling out. It's a bootleg. There he goes.
Tap Partridge on the reception there.
There we go. Excellent catch for Partridge. He's having a terrific season, isn't he, Blake?
I mean, you know, he's not getting the ball as much as he might like, but I mean, he's doing the dirty work. He's blocking really well, and when his number's called, he gets the job done.
That is true. That is true.
Now, you know, something that's surprising me early is that Colin Brown is in at receiver. Not the usual starter Ty Cerna. Ty is coming off an injury, but they got Colin out there.
That's true. Colin Brown is very, very good catch. He's a very good wide receiver. He's very capable with his hands as well as his feet.
Yes.
Under center, Grant Caraway takes a snap. Hand off to Cooley. He breaks up the middle, breaks one tackle. He gets to the outside. Shakes one tackle. He's going. And he's out of bounds at their own 23-yard line.
That's a testament to Cooley's running style right there. You know, they hit in his legs. He just stays up. That all his strength is in his legs.
Excuse me, not the Granite Bay, on the Indian 23-yard line.
Granite Bay's offense is looking good right now. They're flowing. They're doing what they do.
I know. They're in a flow right now, not in a rut, and they'll keep moving forward. Let's see if this Indian defense has an answer. Single back. Comes in motion. It's a run. It's a green sweep to the right. There's a clear path to the end zone.
Tony Ellison.
And he takes it in. That's Tony Ellison with his 10th touchdown of the season. What an excellent run by Tony Ellison.
Does that surprise anyone?
It does not surprise this commentator one bit.
I mean, the guy's unbelievable. Still only a junior. I can only imagine what he's going to do next year.
The guy's a superstar.
And of course, the classic green sweep. What else?
What else do you expect out of this Granite Bay offense? The green machine. And we have Colin Brown attempting the PAT.
Granite Bay looks like they're very ready for this game. They came in prepared.
They've been training hard all week, Blake, and it really does show off. Kick is up, and is good. The score now is 7-0, Granite Bay with 8:25 on the clock.
We have 8:25 left to go in the first quarter.
And right now, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with you in about 20 seconds. All right, and we're back, ready for the next kickoff. Colin Brown ready to set.
Think Napa's going to respond here, Zach?
I think so. We'll see. And the kick is up. It is deep. Here's the return, bringing it up the middle. Oh, and he is tackled immediately.
Great tackle by Dylan Keeney there.
Beautiful special teams play.
Hey, special teams. They call it special for a reason, right?
Special teams wins game, Blake.
20-yard line after
That is a fact.
First and 10.
Tonight on the defense, we have Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith is leading the Granite Bay defense with 123 tackles on the year. He is tied for the all-time record, and he's bound to break it tonight. What do you think, Blake?
Well, let's be honest. Are we going to be surprised if he gets 10 tackles? I mean,
I don't think there's a lot of surprises tonight in store for us.
You know what you're going to get with this Granite Bay team.
That is true. That is true. We have Manny Aguera, handoff up the middle, and he is taken down.
Who else but Cameron Smith?
Nobody else but Cameron Smith. There he goes, breaking records. First tackle of the game. for Cameron Smith. Beautiful, beautiful defensive play.
What's amazing to me is he's only a sophomore. And last year on the freshman team, he didn't even play linebacker. He played quarterback. And now he's a sophomore starting varsity linebacker who's leading the team and just set the school record in tackles.
You know what that tells us, Blake? You cannot teach size.
Absolutely not. I mean, athleticism, size, he's got it all.
All right, Manny Aguirre in the shotgun. Single back. And that is a false start, it appears. We'll see who that calls on.
Dead ball, false start. On the offense, 3 seconds out.
False start on the offense. They'll be moved back 5 yards. A call in favor of the Grizzlies. They'll be hoping to get a lot of those tonight.
Well, the Grizzlies defense does wreak havoc, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Would not be surprised at all. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Here we go. Manny Aguirre in the shotgun. Lone back. Fake the handoff. Fake bubble screen. Oh, and that is a sack for Bo Hirschberger. What a beautiful play to get into the backfield. And you know what? Caused a little frustration with the quarterback, I think.
I would be frustrated if I had to play this Granite Bay defense.
He will be tasting that turf many times tonight.
Now, Bo Hirschberger was the most valuable lineman in the SFL this year.
Really? I did not know that.
Yes, and there were also 13 Grizzlies on the first team all-league team. So, I mean...
That's a baker's dozen.
There you go. That just shows the depth and ability of this team.
All right, 3rd and 17 for the Indians. They're deep in their own territory. Grizzlies hoping to get a stop here. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Oh, drop pass incomplete in their own backfield. That's 4th and 17. They are forced to punt.
I do like that call by Napa, though. On 3rd and long, a screen is always a safe call. I mean, you're already in a long situation. What's the worst that can happen?
You know, I agree with you, but with his Grizzly defense, they can read anything you throw at them. They were ready for that the entire game. All right, back to punt. Here we go. Tony Ellison back to return. Oh, muff punt. He's going to let that one bounce. He's going to let that one go. Now, interesting call by Coach Cooper bringing in Ellison instead of Knapp. Do you think that's because of the fumble, or do you think that's because Ellison has 4 returns for touchdowns?
Well, it could have been because of the fumble, but I just got to think when they're that close, he sees an opportunity to really just put the ball in the end zone right there. Because Ellison, every time he touches it, has the potential to score no matter where he's from. So if he figures they're punting from their own red zone, it's a good chance he's going to return that all the way.
That is very true. All right, 1st and 10 on the Indians' 41-yard line. Under center, Caraway. Set him in motion. Ellison on the screen. Oh, and he's going to get taken down in the backfield.
Fantastic read by Napa there. Zach Jones is all over that. And an interesting formation Granite Bay came out with there. Cooley was out wide, and Ellison was where Cooley normally is. So throwing a couple wrinkles into the usual game plan.
It is, and I wonder if that kind of messed with the heads of Granite Bay offensive players. We'll see if they bounce back from that one interrupted play. Here we go. Caraway in the shotgun.
Looks like a heavy set here.
Excuse me. Caraway under center. We have lone receiver in the back. They're bringing it up the left side. That's Cooley. Bounce it to the outside. He makes one move. Stiff arm. Out of bounds. Hey, that's a late hit. That'll be a flag in favor of Granite Bay. They'll be seeing some extra yardage in this one. The initial gain was about 7 yards by Cooley. Let's see what the actual gain will be.
Well, you know, that's just not a smart play by Napa. There's no reason for that. The guy's already out of bounds. I can understand the frustration because they're getting run over. There's no doubt about that. But, I mean, you can't do that. You can't make mental errors like that if you want to beat the Granite Bay.
That's not how you play football. That is an ugly play. It should not be on the field. We want sportsmanship and good games. We don't want to see a play like that, do we, Blake?
Right you are. Cooley is running well tonight. He came ready to play.
He came ready to play. He's all fired up. I actually got a chance to talk to him earlier today, and he said he couldn't wait to get on that field. He's been training his entire life to play this one game, and he's going to get everything he has.
I don't think he wants his high school career to end right now.
I don't think so either, Blake. All right, we have a 2-back formation. Ellison and Cooley in the backfield. Caraway under center, reading the defense.
I believe that's Cooley and Partridge, actually, Zach.
Oh, I apologize, Cooley and Partridge. Cooley on the carry, bringing it up the middle. Oh, fighting for every single yard. That's about a 7-yard gain for Cooley.
How he got through that hole is beyond me. It looked like there was absolutely no room, but he found a way.
Pure determination and grit, Blake. That is the answer.
There is a flag down, though. We'll see what that's
We'll
at.
see what's going on. It might be a holding call on Granite Bay.
Holding, offense, 3 deep first down.
And I'm right like I always am. I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm never correct.
I don't know. Hey, I think you're selling yourself a little short, Zach. I mean, obviously you're correct some of the time.
I do appreciate that, Blake. You just boosted my self-esteem.
You know, that holding penalty. You don't want penalties. That can ultimately kill a drive. And, I mean, if you don't get penalties, you have a great chance of winning a game.
That is true. That can really kill the momentum. All right. We have Graber shifting tight end. Excellent tight end. Second team all-league. Here we go. Roll out Grant Caraway. He finds him. And he is... Is that a touchdown? That is a touchdown!
Clint Ellenwood with a fantastic dive for the end zone, and they just erased that holding penalty right away.
What's smart for Clint Ellenwood to dive for the pile?
You know, I think Ellenwood should get more playing time than he does. I mean, the guy only got 8 carries on the year. He averaged 12 yards a carry, which was tops on the team.
12. That's astounding numbers. That's a first down every time he touches the ball, Blake.
Yes, it is.
And then some. All right, we have Colin Brown attempting the PAT. And Blake, that was excellent field awareness by Clint Ellenwood, who is not new to the game of football. He's been playing almost his entire life, and he knows how to move around the football field.
You know, I remember when I used to play with Clint. Always a good player. Great guy. Just, he is a football player. He is the definition of a football player.
He is built for football, and he's a terrific man.
The Grizzlies are looking fantastic tonight.
They
14-point lead already. We're only 7 minutes into this thing, and it's already looking like it could be a blowout.
You know, Blake, I don't wish a blowout upon anybody, but tonight, that might be the fate for Napa Indians. Coming into this game, underdog, and you know what? I don't think they're going to be able to dig themselves out of it, but we will see. We will see.
You now see why Max Preps predicted this to be such a one-sided game. I mean, they had one common opponent, and that was Vacaville. Vacaville plays in Napa's league. Granite Bay beat them here
handedly,
47-21, and the game was over at halftime. It was 35-7 at halftime, I believe, and Napa lost by, I think, 21 points. Is that correct?
I do believe so. All right, we have Jones and number 44, Mitch Spinelli, in for the return. Colin Brown set to take the kickoff. You know, Spinelli, that's quite an interesting last name. Italian, you think, Blake?
Sounds very Italian to me.
Line drive kick by Brown, bringing it in. Good hands by Spinelli. Here he goes up the middle. He sees a hole. He takes it. Big hit in the middle of the field. Sweet tackle by number 45, Mason Conan.
You know who hit him first? Number 6, Clint Ellenwood, who just scored that touchdown.
Playmaker. He's ready for it, man. His head is in the game.
Jarvis, in his stance, he has every play. Always down on that one knee, waiting for the offense to come on.
Now, Blake, I think that's more of an intimidation move.
You think so?
I do think so.
I mean,
Jarvis
he's
is a big boy.
guy.
He is a big boy. Went in at 225 pounds, bringing the heat on the offensive line and the quarterback.
Watch for the triple option here.
Quarterback under center. Fake his cadence. Triple option up the middle. Jones down. Gain of 1.
He did a nice job with the hard count. Great discipline by Granite Bay to not jump off sides there.
Excellent discipline. That takes a lot of hard work at practice, Blake.
Gotta watch the ball. Don't watch the quarterback. Watch the ball.
Now, from what we've seen out of Rudy Herrera tonight, I haven't really seen anything to tip him over the edge for a great quarterback. Oh, excuse me. Manny Aguirre. I do apologize.
I don't believe he's completed a pass yet.
Oh, there's one. And Jones is down with a gain of about 3.
Now, aside from Napa's long 25-yard run by Jones, they have not. I don't believe they've had a positive yard.
They've had a few.
Maybe one or two here or there.
two.
But I mean, let's be honest. They're getting stuffed on pretty much every play.
I know they can't nickel and dime this game the entire time. They got to get some big chunkage of yards coming out of their backfield, as well as their wide receiver core, which has not proved to be very elite at this point.
I mean, other than Jones, I don't think they have a noteworthy back.
But you know what, Blake? We're here to be standing corrected. Ogure understand. Oh, he's in shotgun formation. Intercepted! Aaron Knapp on the redemption. Here he goes. Going for goal line. Oh, and he is out just in front of the goal line at the 1.
Stepped out. He called out at the 9.
He called that actually at the 9, excuse me, at the 9-yard line. But beautiful interception by Aaron Knapp. He read that thing like a book, Blake.
That Napa quarterback has looked a bit shaky thus far. He's missed his spots a couple times, and give Knapp credit. He was where he needed to be at the time, and he made the play.
Knapp celebrating on the sideline, rightly so. That was a beautiful play.
That's a good job. Way to redeem himself from that muff punt return earlier, and I mean that was a good return as well.
Beautiful job. He is a gamer, Blake. Caraway under center. We have Partridge and Cooley in the backfield. Run up the middle, and the play is blown up. No gain on that play. Beautiful design by the Napa defense on that one, Blake.
They stuffed it right away. They saw it all the way, and they just did a good job.
They did. That they did.
It's a bit chilly out tonight, eh?
You know what? My fingers are pretty numb right now, but I'm fighting through it because I want to see one heck of a football game, and I want to thank you guys for tuning in on Play On Sports. My name is Zach Berger, alongside me, Blake Allen. Thank you for tuning in, and we will keep you up. And Grant Caraway is under center right now. In motion, Ellison. Hand off to Cooley. Oh, Ellison, fool me again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right?
That you are right. Gotta get that down, Zach.
That is quite embarrassing for this announcer. I'm hoping to step up my game.
I'm sure you will.
I'm almost certain I will. Oh, it appears I'm getting it from the trailer right now. I'm sorry, guys, and I will be stepping up my game throughout the night.
I'm surprised Cooley's coming off the field in a 3rd and 4 here. You think they're going to pass the ball?
That is a safe bet. That is a safe bet. And you know who I think they're going to give it to?
Who you got?
None other than the Mr. Tony Ellison. Rolling it out. Oh, Michael Garrity on the drop pass. Oh, on that.
He got lit up on that play.
He did. He got pushed right into the ground. He might have got sent back to the 3rd grade, I think, Blake.
Well, I sure hope not. That was a fantastic read by Napa there. I mean, he looked wide open. I didn't see the defender coming, but he made a play on the ball, and he just saved a touchdown.
He did. I guess Garrity took his eye off the ball, but, you know, he was wide open in the flat. Couldn't convert.
It was a tough catch, though. I mean, getting hit like that, it can make the catch much more difficult.
You know what? Being in the red zone, Blake, they can still get 3 points here with Colin Brown taking the kick.
And it's good. 22-yarder.
It is good, which brings the score 17-0 with 2:10 left in the first quarter. My name is Zach Berger, and alongside me is Blake Allen. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you with Playoff Sports.
We have a first quarter score from Yuba City. It's Del Oro 21, Honkers 0. Colin Brown is set to kick for the Grizzlies. It's Spinelli and Zach Jones deep to receive for the Indians.
All right, here we go. Colin Brown to take the kickoff. And here we go.
A little bit of a short kick.
Oh, that is a short kick. Oh, good hands. There he goes, breaking tackles. Up the sideline. One man to beat. And he is taken down.
There was Spinelli, the Italian stallion himself.
Spinelli again. Beautiful nickname, Blake. How'd you come up with that one?
You know, I come up with some nicknames from time to time. I got a pretty creative imagination.
I do like that. It is a gift. What's my nickname?
Zack Attack. I mean, It could be better.
It could be better. I would personally go with Hamburglar.
You know, I think I would go with Mr. Grizzly. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Grizzly is a bit of
this is just embarrassing.
It's a male version of a Miss America pageant, I guess you would say, here at Granite Bay. And Zach won last night. He was the Mr. Grizzly thanks to his beautiful ribbon dancing.
All right, here we go. Napa Indians 1st and 10. Aguirre under center. 2 in the backfield. Hand off to the fullback. Right up the middle, he gets stuffed.
That's Granite Bay defense in a nutshell. Stopping the run right up the middle.
Stuffing everything that comes their way. Beautiful tackle. Beautiful tackle. All right, we'll have a 2nd and 8. For the Napa Indians, let's see if they could get anything going on this drive, Blake.
You know, they haven't shown much. We'll see.
For their sake, I hope they do. Oh, that is a quarterback option, and he got lit up at the line of scrimmage, Blake.
That was a great tackle. I think that was J.R. Colton.
J.R. Colton is having quite an impressive game. 3 tackles on the night so far.
J.R. is a fantastic player. He had the injury at the beginning of the season, a lingering shoulder injury from last year, but he's back, and he has played well in his return.
You know what, Blake? In that time he was off, he was training his keister off to get back on this field.
His keister, I like that.
His keister. All right, here we go. Napa, 3rd and 8. Handoff to Jones. Can't quite make it to the first down, but a penalty flag is thrown. Let's see what the call is on the field.
That's an interesting call to me on a 3rd and 7. A run up the middle typically will not get you 7 yards, but I mean, I can understand with the inconsistency of the quarterback so far.
That is true. That is
playing
true.
It safe a bit.
Their passing game has not shown anything positive yet. It appears to be a penalty on Granite Bay.
As I said, you can't afford penalties.
You cannot.
They could put this game away early if they stay disciplined.
And that means a 1st down for the Napa Indians. They're in the red zone. Oh, just kidding. They are a yard or 2 shy of entering the red zone.
No, they're in. 15.
They're in.
I believe they are in the red zone, Zach. 15-yard line. Yeah, they're there. They're in the red zone.
They're at the 20. Oh, excuse me. They are in the red zone.
Only 50 seconds left in this quarter right now.
There's quite a large woman blocking my view, and it is very difficult to, read the game with that type of obstacle in my way.
You know, that's life. That's life for you, Zach.
You know what? You win some, you lose some. But you know what? I think Granite Bay is going to come out the victor by halftime. And the clock runs down. End of the first quarter, almost here. 24 seconds left.
You know, at this time I'd like to give a shout out to the dance team, the cheer team, and the band. They always do a great job. And I don't think they get enough love.
They do not. They have an excellent show of program for us, Blake. And they put their heart and soul into their practices, and it's really shown on the field, as well as the sideline. Drops back to pass, and he scrambles. He's open. Aguirre gets hammered.
Cameron Smith just got lit up on a block.
Wow.
What a hit. Usually it's Smith giving out the blows, but he just got hammered.
He got blindsided, Blake. I think that was a cheap shot. And you know what? He's going to go out for his revenge in the second quarter.
I'm not going to say it was a cheap shot. I mean, he obviously didn't see him coming, but it was right in front. It wasn't helmet to helmet. I think that was just a fantastic block by Napa there.
You know what, Blake? If I know Cameron Smith, I think he's going to come out with a vengeance and get about 3 more tackles. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Granite Bay 17, Napa 0. My name is Zach Berger. Alongside me with Blake Allen, and we're going to take a quick break. Thank you for tuning in on Play On Sports.
Fans of Les Schwab Tires, we take pride in doing the right thing in our communities. We're a title sponsor of the California Interscholastic Federation Sac Joaquin Section Championships. It allows us the opportunity to support our great young people in the communities we serve. Les Schwab Tires and the CIF, dedicated to supporting today's youth to help make a better tomorrow.
And we are back. Napa Indians. It'll be a 3rd and 8 situation for them. Let's see what they got. Aguirre under center. Waiting for the whistle. There it is. Man in motion. And there's a snap. Hand off to Jones, and he is tackled right at the line of scrimmage. Tripped up, got a little bit of yardage. But you know, not much, Blake.
Not much at all. Granite Bay shifted the line to the heavy side of the formation, and that worked out well for him.
And you know what? That has been the story for them all night.
And 2 on the play brings up 4th and 1.
Fourth down coming up here.
4th and 1. And it appears they're going to go for it.
How much you want to bet they're running it right up the middle?
I would bet quite a hefty amount on that one, Blake. They are loading up the backfield. Here they go. QB run right up the middle.
I'm not sure he got it.
We'll see. We'll see.
The
It
line
appears
judges.
he did not get it.
The line judge on the far side was past the first down marker. The line judge on the near side was behind it. So I'm not really sure what to take out of that right
Are we
now.
having a Seahawks? Are we having a Seahawks rendition right now?
I sure hope not.
I sure hope not, too, Blake. Oh, and it appears they did not get it. Stuffed in the red zone. Great goal line stand by the Grizzlies.
That's that Granite Bay championship level defense. Great interior lineman.
Great.
Jarvis
game.
and Arneson. Quite the handshake down there on the sideline.
They're jacked up right now, Blake. Do you know why?
Why is that?
They are winning the game 17-0, and they just got an excellent goal line stand, and they are about to win this half.
They've been playing tremendous.
They've
There's
been
no
playing
there's no
tremendous.
doubt about that.
It is a beautiful game. Caraway under center, hand off to Cooley. Cooley backs out, doesn't like it. Oh, he breaks up the sideline. Stiff arm first one. Oh, and he's taken out.
That's a nice 25-yard run right there.
That was an
Zach.
excellent game by Cooley up the sideline.
Looked like nothing was there, but he just used those strong legs and bounced it out, and he gained big yardage.
That was beautiful vision by Cooley, by the way, to read that hole, bounce it out, and then have enough speed to turn out the top side and come out a victor and get about a 25-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Grizzlies at their own 32-yard line. Caraway under center yet again. He brings the man in motion. There he goes. Up
Tap
the
Partridge
center.
on the carry.
Taft Partridge on that carry is correct. That'll be a gain of about 3 to 4.
Now, John Cooley, through a quarter and a minute and a half, has 6 carries for 66 yards already.
That's 11 yards a carry, Blake.
The guy's running well tonight. He's definitely been the best player on the field for Granite Bay thus far.
That guy's a stallion. Nothing like the Italian sound. 2nd and 6 at their own 36.
Tony Ellison, the ball carrier.
Tony Ellison on that carry. Picked up about 4 yards, so it'll be about 3rd and 2 for the mighty Grizzlies.
I'd like to see a little play action out of Grizzlies right here. I think Napa's expecting the run. And if what has Granite Bay thrown the ball twice so far?
I think so. And you know what? They need to release the beast of Grant Caraway's arm.
I mean, even if he doesn't throw the ball, he's able to make plays with his feet. So I think whenever he's back with the ball in his hands, I think good things happen. So I think I would like to see a play action here, see if they can get a big play.
It's safe to say he's one of the most versatile quarterbacks to come out of Granite Bay. They are 3rd and 2 on their own 40. Fake handoff. And the play is blown up in the backfield. Off the sweep.
Great play by Zach Jones, and he has shown why he is an all-league player on both sides of the ball.
It appears the only names we've been saying on the Napa team is Aguirre and Zach Jones.
I mean, I can't argue with you. I mean, aside from Spinelli on the kickoffs, I mean, I don't think anyone else is. Wow, Granite Bay's going to go for this.
Wow, really? This is a surprising call. 4th and 5 on their own 37. With the lead, that is pretty extensive, if I might add.
Watch for the hard count here. They may try to get him to jump off sides. Caraway is very good at the hard count.
See that? Oh, we got
and
one.
there it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Blake, are you a mind reader?
You know, I wouldn't say mind reader. I'd like to say I do my homework, you know?
I would agree. You do your homework, except school homework. That is.
Let's not talk about that right now.
All right, we won't get into that as of now. All right.
Now they're definitely going to go for it. You only need an inch.
It is true.
What are you thinking, Zach? Partridge up the middle, Cooley up the middle, Caraway up the middle.
I think they're going to give it to Cooley.
I'm going to go...
He's been having a solid run game all night.
I say they try to get him off sides again.
He's alone back in the backfield.
There it is.
And he leaps over that giant wall to get the first down. Beautiful leaping ability by the one and only John Cooley.
The guy's been awesome tonight. There's no doubt about that.
The guy's a stud muffin.
You know, stud muffin, I've always wondered about that. What muffin is Studley?
The Studley cunt. You know, you gotta take your basic muffin batter.
Okay.
Gotta mix in a little bit of stud, a little bit of magic, a little bit of cuteness. You know what you got?
A stud muffin?
When you take those out of the oven, you got a stud muffin.
All right.
You got a stud muffin.
Thanks for that, Zach.
That is a recipe for a stud muffin, everybody. I will put that on my blog later. 1st and 10. Caraway rolls out. Deep pass, and it is caught by Stephen Graber, who hurdles one player, breaks a tackle, and is taken down at the sideline. What a catch by Stephen Graber.
That's all reliable Stephen Graber right in the middle. Fantastic hands, but he did hurdle, and I saw a flag thrown right when he hurdled, and he's been flagged for that earlier this season. A hurdle is considered a flag. Oh, but it's a hold call.
It is a holding call. But what a great chemistry that Graber and Caraway possess with each other.
I mean, Caraway obviously trusts Graber in situations where he can't find anyone. If everyone's covered.
He's actually his top receiver on the year is what our stats tell us.
In terms of receptions?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, he's a big target. The guy's 6'5", and he's got great hands. He's got extremely good hands
Like
for
pillows.
as large as he is. So he's a weapon. I think he should be utilized even more than he is, actually.
Really, Blake?
In the red zone, absolutely. You got a 6'5" guy out there. I don't think there's a person on that defense that can cover
I
him.
agree with you. Back corner fade?
Back corner fade, stick, anything.
Anything you throw at him. In motion. Here he goes at the outside. And he is tackled.
That was Tony Ellison on the sweep.
Green sweep.
Tony Ellison, the beautiful sweeping play.
Stops made by Dalton Nato.
Granite Bay is now in Indian territory.
Now, how much longer do you think it is before Ellison breaks a long one?
You know what? I think we'll see that in the next few plays, Blake. That's my prediction.
So you're saying this drive?
I am predicting this drive.
Okay.
Granite Bay is 2nd and 4 now, and the Indians' 39-yard line. Caraway under center. Partridge and Cooley in the backfield. Ellison in motion. Cooley getting the ball. Oh, he breaks one tackle. He breaks two, a spin, and he is down. He's taken down. Beautiful gain of around, I'd say about 5.
We're gonna go. We'll see where they spot him.
4. I think it's 4.
It's looking like 5. Yep, right
5.
around 5. There's another great power run by John Cooley.
Beautiful first down play. He's a first down machine, Blake.
And Andrew Towery checking in for Tony Ellison. Now Towery he averages near the amount of yards per carry that Ellison does, but he hasn't gotten near the carries. Now, Ellison is probably the more explosive player, but Towery is a very underrated runner, and we'll see if they get it to him.
That is true. Towery is a solid runner with great vision and good topside speed. Here he goes in motion. Hand off to Cooley. Pops it outside. Oh, and he is taken down from the line of scrimmage. I think maybe a gain of 1.
Yeah, that was probably Cooley's least effective run on the night, but
I would say I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of that tonight.
From everything he's shown tonight, he probably will not have many more of those. Now it looks like they're bringing in their receiving package. They got some speed on the outside. They're bringing in Brown and Garrity. Typically they throw the ball out of this set, so we'll see. Ellis is out wide. Ellison's out wide. Garrity's out wide.
Now, it appears that John Cooley has rushed 9 times and gained 81 yards. That's 9 yards a carry. Oh, and we have a big play. As a pass and taken to the left side of the field.
I love that call right there. With the trips out right, the defense that was a slip screen to the left. The defense will not be expecting a pass to the left when everyone's out right. So true. I mean, that's just a fantastic call, and that's just
one and only Coach Cooper.
Cooper's play calling. Some of us question it at times, but obviously the guy knows what he's doing.
He gets it done.
An incredible record. I mean, he's made the playoffs in 14 consecutive seasons.
14 out of 15 years they have made playoffs.
The only year he didn't make playoffs was the inaugural year of Granite Bay football, and that's to be expected.
And they had a solid season that year, too. Not much talent coming out of that year, but you know what? They gave it their all. And there's the run up the sideline. Ellison triple tackled. He needed 3 men to bring that boy down, and you know what? They got the job done.
Ellison only about a yard or two on that. Like you said, you thought he would break out on this drive. Looking like it's going to have to wait till next drive because
Blake,
there's only about
right.
6 yards to go.
I stand corrected. Right now it is 2nd and 6 on their 6-yard line, so it looks 2nd and goal.
Now Bryce Mantell and Michael Garrity just checked in for Steven Graber, and I believe who was that else that checked out?
I think it was John Cooley.
It may have been Cooley. So you think they're passing it?
They are definitely passing it right now. Oh, good pump fake by Caraway. Back corner of the end zone. And that is a touchdown caught by Tony Ellison.
That is an incredible catch.
That was an amazing catch in the back corner. That's 2 touchdowns on the night for Mr. Ellison. Having a fantastic game.
Hey, there was your fade.
Hey, you know what? I called it earlier, but I don't want to say anything.
That's become a very popular play in football these days. In modern football, one of the most popular plays in the red zone, back in the day, it would just be run straight up the middle, run straight up the middle, run straight up the middle.
Ground and pound.
But recently, a lot of teams have started liking going to back shoulder at the sideline, fades, things like that. They like passing it inside because you would think your guy can get separation on such a short field.
And with the athleticism of today's players, it's amazing what they can do. Do you see the leaping ability of Ellison? I think that was around a 24-inch vertical.
What I was most impressed with right there was the ability to hold on to the ball when taking that monster hit by Jones. Jones has been everywhere tonight, by the way.
Jones has been an animal for the Napa team who hasn't really done him justice tonight.
Now, through a quarter and 7 minutes, I think Granite Bay has really asserted their dominance.
They truly
and
have.
As Mike Finnerty of, I believe it's Sure West High School Sports, he predicted Granite Bay to win the section title this year.
Really? The section title?
He did.
Back-to-back?
Yes, sir. He predicted Granite Bay to play Oak Ridge in the championship, and he believes they will top them.
That would be a good game. But let's see how this one plays out first. There's 5:15 left in the second quarter. 24-0. Granite Bay will be taking the kickoff. Colin Brown set to boot this one back there. As usual, we have Spinelli and Jones back there, ready to bring this one back. Now, Blake, on the returns, it appears that Spinelli has been kind of he's been bobbling the ball. He catches it with the shoulder pads, which is not what they teach you to do. They teach you to take a drop step and basket catch it. But he's been kind of taking the old shoulder pad method and bumping it into the hands.
You know, I wouldn't recommend that method, Zach.
I would not. There's Jones getting the ball. Takes up the middle. Oh, and there's just a sea of green in front of him. He gets taken down around the sideline.
That's another tackle by Dylan Keeney on the special teams. He's been tremendous tonight, and Cooper, rightly so, gave him props, gave him a pat on the head. And I mean, Keeney has been tremendous in special teams. There's no arguing.
You know what? As a role player, Keeney has really excelled tonight.
He has. I think he's really proving that he could be valuable to them next year.
All right. So it'll be 1st and 10 on their own 22 for Napa Indians. And they come running out to take the field, looking spirited and ready to score. And
Looks like a bit of confusion on the defense right now.
It does. Aguera appears to be in shotgun formation. Jones in the backfield takes a snap. He looks outside. Oh, beautiful hands. Taken down.
Oh, it looks like they had Jones out wide, actually.
It does. It appears taken down by none other than our own Nick Grace. Oh, no. Excuse me.
I believe that was Bussy.
Luke Bussy.
Nick was on our near side. Bussy, as I said, he's been playing a lot better lately. He's improved greatly this season. And, you know, Luke Jarvis, typically in and running downs, has just been subbed out. So I don't know if there's an issue there or if they just wanted to get some fresh legs out there. But
I think that's the case. He's standing there on the sideline ready to get back in, getting some water. Hopefully we'll see him back in the game soon. All right, it'll be 2nd and 4 on their own 28.
You know what I've noticed about Granite Bay is they do not huddle very often on defense.
They do not. They usually stay and they have very good communication, nonverbal communication, that is. All right, in the shotgun, Aguera back to number 17. Beautiful catch to dive back for that one. You know, on that play, we saw Austin Aaron.
He's only a sophomore.
Only a sophomore.
And he made first team All-League. So, I mean, the guy's got potential. He's going to be a tremendous player for the next couple of years.
Well, as a 6'3", 185 player, and you play wide receiver and outside linebacker as a sophomore on your varsity team, You got something special going for you, Blake.
He's definitely got that. And by the way, I want to give props to Aguirre there. That was definitely his best pass of the night. Under duress, guy in his face, and he put that right in between the coverage. Perfect throw.
Here we go. Under center, fakes the handoff. Throws of desperation. Oh! Almost intercepted. Could have had that one.
That could have been Nap's second, and Aguirre took a shot from Cameron Smith.
You know what? That's going to be kind of a repeated thing tonight. Cameron Smith gets in the backfield, and he shows no mercy.
Now, I can understand what happened there with Nap. He thought the underneath defender was going to catch it, but it went through his hands and hit Nap in the chest, but he wasn't expecting it to get to him.
I do understand that. Now it'll be, I believe, 2nd and 10.
By the way, Griffin Powers just ran on the field. I just want to give props to how I love the way he accessorizes. He always looks great out there.
He does, Blake. He does. Very handsome-looking young lad. Oh, Aguirre back. Oh, and he throws that away.
And it's in the dirt.
That is in the dirt.
That's probably a smart throw there by Aguirre, though.
Beautiful
Wasn't a lot
penetration.
there. I mean, he is improving as the game goes along. It may not appear that in the stats due to the incompletion, but I still think that was the smart play. You don't want to lose yards on a play. If you take the no gain if that's what you got to do.
Very correct, very correct. Beautiful penetration that time. But I believe Luke Jarvis.
Granite Bay's been getting penetration all night. They've been fantastic.
Oh, excuse me, Cameron Smith, not Luke Jarvis. All right, 3rd and 10 on their own 41. Aguirre, Jones changing it up on the side. Here we have Aguirre in shotgun, in motion.
Got some confusion.
Got a timeout called by Napa's head coach. We'll take a quick break, and we will be right back with you. This is Zach Berger alongside Blake Allen. Thanks for tuning in. And we are back. All right, it's 3:42 in the second quarter. Granite Bay up 24-0. And it is 3rd down and 10. Oh, and he will pass. Oh.
That ball was almost just stuck right into Spencer Castengay's hands. I mean, he was engaged with the lineman, so he wasn't able to reach his hands out, but that hit him right in the chest.
Beautiful play. Also, shout out to Spencer Castengay, one of the more talented players on the defensive end.
You know, and he's a good guy, too.
He is.
Excellent
safety.
Like
excellent safety. And Napa will punt. And it also looks like they're getting a little precipitation outside, Blake.
Oh, it's trickling, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
wow. Uh-oh.
They didn't make the call.
Oh, beautiful hands by Ellison up the sideline. There he goes. Beautiful block.
Oh,
there he goes. One man to beat, and he will beat him. Ellison, 3rd touchdown of the night. Wait. Excellent run. Tony Ellison.
Hold up, Zach. Hold up. We've got a penalty on Bo Hirschberger. They're going to say it was a crackback block.
Oh, wow. What a beautiful hit, though, huh?
I think that was clean. I'm sorry.
I know. I agree with you.
Now, I'm not going to say, I honestly think there were 2 other penalties on that play Granite Bay should have been called for, not that one. I think they roughed the kicker, and I saw a block in the back near where Ellison started his return from.
Now, Blake, how many times this season have we seen Ellison break beautiful plays that get ultimately called back by penalties?
It seems like it's at least 75% of the time. I mean,
75% of the time.
For some reason, every time he gets a long run, there is some penalty, some freak block in the back, some hold, and sometimes it's not even there. Sometimes they just throw the flag, but that one, I think there should have been a penalty on that play,
and
but
that's
not
been a
right
routine
there.
thing all season long. That's happened over 10 times. Could you imagine if he's gotten 10 more touchdowns?
He would be
breaking records left and right, Blake.
It is amazing to me. It seems so fluky that he gets penalties called on so many of his long plays.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 on their own 40. Grant Caraway under center. He takes the pass. Backward pass to Ellison. Oh, and he gets taken down. Actually, you know what? I think that was Michael Garrity on the play.
That was Ellison.
Oh, Ellison? Okay.
The backwards passes have not really worked out so well for Granite Bay tonight. No. I think if they're going to pass it, they got to pass it downfield. Because Napa is prepared for the screens.
Their front line on the run game has been beautiful. On the pass, not so much. They need to step it up. But you know what? They're doing a terrific job anyway.
I think Caraway's led this team very well in the second half of the season. I mean, after that rough home loss to Pittsburgh in overtime, they've bounced back tremendously and have won 6 straight, have just been rolling.
I would agree. I would totally agree. 6-game win streak. Napa, 2-game win streak.
Napa's won 7 of their last 8 as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, Caraway tackled out of bounds. He had nothing.
Some fans shouting for a late call there, or a late hit. I wouldn't say that was late. I mean, he had him wrapped up, and that just happens with the tackle. He wasn't going to be able to stop himself.
You know, now it's 3rd and 9 on their own 38-yard line. But you know what, Blake? He had nowhere to go because the coverage on that play was beautiful. That was excellent play by the Napa defense.
They played that well, and I think Caraway played it well, played that play the way he should have. I mean, you don't want to force something. You got a 24-point lead. I mean, what's the harm in just getting back to the line of scrimmage?
And he couldn't really throw it away because he was in a bit of a frantic pace at that point. He's rolling out. Here he goes, 3rd and 10 on their own 40. He's keeping it. He's keeping it. He breaks it, 10-yard gain, maybe 11 for Grant Caraway. Beautiful design run, QB bootleg.
Great awareness to get past that marker and step out of bounds. I mean, you don't want to take a hit as a quarterback and stop the clock. And we're under 2 minutes here, so I mean, you really want to be able to stop the clock on these types of drives without using timeouts, and he did a great job of that right there. And I like how Cooper uses him in the rollout. He really utilizes his feet well, which is what Caraway's strength is. So,
fun fact, Caraway has the 4th fastest 40 on the Granite Bay football team
as a quarterback. That's what's amazing to me. You don't see that every day with your quarterback.
You really don't. All right, here he goes. Caraway under center, Cooley in the backfield. Fake handoff to Cooley, 1st and 10 on their own 48. Caraway rolls out, pass to Graber, caught. There we go. That's a gain of about 20-25.
That's what I was talking about right there with Graber. He trusts him that even when there was a man on him, like there was on that play, he's comfortable with throwing that ball in there because Graber is big, he's got good hands, and he creates separation.
He does create separation, Blake, and he has a good leaping ability for
he's extremely athletic for as large as he is.
For as slow as he is, though, he makes up with it with his leaping ability.
He's not the fastest guy. I'm not going to lie to you.
We won't call it baby giraffe syndrome, but we'll call it baby giraffe something. Oh, and there's the pass. Oh, that is defensive pass interference on number 44, Spinelli.
Now, you know what? I actually don't think that should have been called because I think he was making a play on the ball. You could see it wasn't a shove. He reached his arms out for the ball. He just hit him in the back, but that was a tough throw. Grant Caraway to throw that ball 40 yards off his left foot.
Off the opposite foot. Hey, you know what? Phillip Rivers does that every day.
You don't want to talk about Phillip Rivers' mechanics. I mean, that's not someone you want to follow.
That's not something we want to get into at this point of this broadcast. Yet again, I want to remind you that we're announcing for Play On Sports, leader in sports entertainment for high school football.
There you go.
There we go. That's a plug-in for you. You are welcome. All right, we're at 1:12 here in the second quarter. 24-0. Granite Bay leads, 1st and 10, inside the red zone of the Napa Indians. Let's see if they can capitalize on this one, Blake, and I do believe they will be able to.
I would be very surprised if Granite Bay doesn't put a touchdown on the board here. They already got the 24-point lead, and if they could put this on the board, I think this would pretty much seal the deal.
Caraway under center, 1st and 10. There he goes. He's passing. He's going deep to Graber. Graber with the catch. That is a touchdown. Stephen Graber, touchdown number 1 on the night for number 9.
Graber, as I said, he's a reliable red zone target, and there they went for him. With that size, you can't go wrong.
6'5", 220-pound Stephen Graber with the catch. And he's celebrating on the sideline right now, as he should. What a beautiful play. Beautiful design. Excellent execution.
Now, Graber, that was his 3rd catch. He has 45 yards and a touchdown. He's been just tremendous.
He's just, you know what? He's shocked me and you.
This Granite Bay team has impressed me more than I think I've been impressed by them in any game, aside from maybe the first half of the Vacaville game.
And the extra point is good by Colin Brown, I might add.
The Grizzlies are just clicking on all cylinders right now.
All cylinders.
They can do no wrong.
They're a beautiful, tuned-up, well-oiled machine right now.
They've had a couple penalties here and there, but they've bounced back from them. They haven't let them kill their momentum, and they've just continued their dominance.
It's true. It is a chilly night here in Granite Bay. I do not know the exact temperature for you, but I will tell you that I
want
cannot
to say
feel my
it's under,
fingers at this point.
I'm thinking it's under 40 degrees.
I would agree with you. We're getting a little bit of precipitation here and there, but not too heavy rain. It is quite a chilly night, but you know what? The players are toughing it out, and we're excited to see that. And the fans as well toughing it out. Beautiful crowd tonight, being real supportive of their own Grizzly team. Napa fans, they're there, but you know what? Haven't heard that much from them. It is indeed 45 degrees tonight in Granite Bay. Cloudy, a little bit of precipitation, as I said.
Now, do you see Napa trying to score on this drive, or do you think they're just going to take the 31-point deficit?
You know what, Blake? I don't want to be that guy, but I think they're looking to score on every drive.
Well, no, I'm saying because there's only a minute left in the half. So I'm saying, do you think they're just going to run out the clock, or do you think they're going to try to really make a play at this?
I would agree with you, Blake. All right, here we go. Colin Brown on the kick. That is a pooch kick. That is Spinelli picking it up. He bobbled it. He got it up the sideline. Oh, he broke one tackle. He made a gain to around the 40-yard line. Beautiful return for what he got. You know what I'm saying, Blake?
You know, was that Jones?
No, that was Spinelli.
Oh, Spinelli. Okay, well,
The Italian stallion.
Spinelli's been here. He's been good. He's been bad. He's just... No one on Napa has really impressed me besides Zach Jones, I'll be honest with you.
It is, you know what? I would agree. Aguera has had a few moments, but you know what? Nothing too spectacular so far.
I was really hoping for a more competitive game tonight, to be honest with you.
I would agree with you, Blake. 1st and 10 on their own 39. Aguera in the shotgun. Oh, ball is tipped! Oh, and they couldn't get to the ball. Beautiful defensive line play.
Now, I want to say that looked like it could have been Arneson, it could have been Jarvis.
I couldn't tell. So many players all in one. I wish I could tell you, fans. But you know what? That defense is just a well-oiled machine, as we said. They cannot be stopped tonight. They can do no wrong on the defensive end as well as offensive end.
They clearly are showing that they think they're the defending section champions, so they want to show why they're that.
You know what? I want to also give a shout out to Sierra Panther, who is in the front row right now getting her picture taken. Beautiful job, Sierra. Beautiful job.
That is not her, Zach, but you know, she did want a shout out. So, Sierra, here's to you.
I do apologize. I'm really bad with faces and names. You can get Blake's names wrong, you know, most of our time.
It happens.
And I've known Blake almost my entire life.
Oh,
that is caught. That is caught by Aaron.
Well, here's a fun fact for you guys. Me and Zach did grow up together.
Austin Aaron.
He called me Blank, not Blake. He put an N in my name.
It sounded better to me. I don't know what it was. It just sounded excellent.
So bear with Zach tonight if he makes any mistakes in terms of names.
You know what? This is mine and Blake's first time actually calling a game. We're filling in for our esteemed colleagues, Lucas and Neo, who couldn't make it tonight. But you know what? We're more than willing to fill in for them, and we know that we're going to give our best shot to give you the best listening experience, to the best visual experience that you're getting from the Granite Bay High School media team tonight.
Hopefully to those people who view pretty much every game, I hope they are pleased with what we're doing. We hope there's not too much of a drop-off from Neil and Lucas to us. So for those of you, hello, and thank you for watching.
And you know what? And if you really don't care for me and Blake, that's okay. You know, just keep listening just to watch the football game, because it's a beautiful night, beautiful game. Excellent offensive production out of Granite Bay. Beautiful defensive production. We'll see if Napa can bounce back. That would be an excellent comeback, wouldn't it, Blake?
I would be amazed.
I would be astounded. I would have a loss of words if they could come back from this. 28 seconds left in the second quarter. 31-0 Granite Bay. Aguera drops back. Pass to number 19. Breaks one tackle. And he gets taken down at around the line of scrimmage, Blake. And that was to Quinn May. Quinn May, 5'10".
Now, Tony Milo actually was in on that tackle at first, but nice move by May to get past him.
Beautiful junior. He's an excellent junior, Blake.
Did you just call him beautiful?
That was a slip-up on my part, but you know what? I wouldn't doubt if he's beautiful or not.
I mean, do you know Quinn May?
I don't know him personally, but he sounds like an awful nice guy. 5'10", 180.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a 5'10", 180 guy, you know?
You can't.
They seem like really nice guys.
You know what? Actually, he's 6'4", 195.
Well, I like 6'4" guys, too.
I don't discriminate, Blake, unlike you. So you know what? I like them all.
Unlike me. I'm a tall guy myself.
You know what? That's why I call you Tall Stuff Blake.
When have you ever called me that, Zach?
Doesn't roll off the tongue, but you know what? It works. It gets the job done as a nickname. You know what? We're going to take a quick break right now, and we will be back shortly.
Don't take a quick break.
0 seconds left in the second quarter. 31-0 in the second quarter. Aguero drops back to pass.
Oh.
He throws up a bomb. Oh, and it is tipped by Austin Aaron. That would have been an amazing catch, wouldn't it have, Blake?
That would have been a great catch. It was actually a very good throw. He's been under duress all night. Granite Bay has been bringing a ton of pressure.
Their offensive line really hasn't stepped up tonight.
They haven't been able to hold back this tremendous defensive line. I mean, they have a ridiculous amount of first-team all-leaguers, so you can understand why this defense gets after the quarterback as well as they do. And what I really liked on that play, the ref was watching, and he probably could have thrown a roughing the passer, but I'm glad he kept it in his pocket. Too many refs are too quick with their flags these days, and I really like that he held it.
You know what? These refs have done a spectacular job tonight. Hats off to them. Aguero drops back to pass. 3rd and 9 from the Granite Bay 49.
Great awareness by Jones there. Great
That
awareness
was
there.
a catch. That was a catch.
Jones kept his foot down. You could see his body was pretty much parallel to the ground, but he stuck his foot down right before he was going to land, and here comes...
And they had the smarts to get out of bounds.
Yes, sir.
You know what, Blake?
Now,
that was a great play.
Here comes the first-team All-MEL kicker, Rudy Herrera.
Rudy Herrera with the kick. Does it have the distance? I don't think it does, and it is
It's short. And that's the half.
That is the half. My name is Zach Berger. Alongside me, Blake Allen. We will be back after halftime. You know what? Have an excellent halftime.
Enjoy.
First half is Grizzlies 31, Indians 0.
Let go. No escapes and now I'm talking here and now. I'm talking here and now. It's all about where you're going, no matter where you've been. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. phone now. Take a twist pic. Take a twist pic. Take a phone now. Take a twist pic.
Don't let me into my zone. I'm definitely in my zone.
The halftime score from Yuba City is Del Oro 31, Yuba City 14. Dan's Crystal Creamery is an official sponsor of the Sac Joaquin section. Crystal Creamery, your local dairy, is proud to support local athletes. A score from Antelope with 1:16 left to go in the half. Antelope 21, Rockland 14. Fans, stop by your local sports authority where you'll find everything you need for your favorite sports. Sports Authority is proud to be the official sporting goods retailer of the California Interscholastic Federation. Sports Authority, all things sporting good. Play On Sports is the official webcaster for all CIF Sac Joaquin Section Championship events. Visit CIFSacJoaquin.tv with your phone, tablet, or computer to see all of this year's championship events, either live or on demand. Play On Sports, it all starts here. Wilson Sporting Goods, the official football supplier of the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Championship Contest. Thanks to Wilson. The California School Employees Association represents a 230,000 hardworking men and women who keep our public schools students safe, well-fed, and ready to learn. CSEA is honored to partner with the CIF, as together we work to enhance the lives of all students. For more information, please visit www.csea.com. Max Preps is a proud sponsor and official photographer of the California Interscholastic Federation. View and purchase high-quality action photos from today's event by visiting www.maxpreps.com. Visit maxpreps.com now for your mobile phone for access to scores, rosters, schedules, leaderboards, and more. maxpreps.com, America's source for high school sports. The California Correctional Peace Officers Association is a CIF statewide contributing partner. CCPOA with 30,000 members and their families, supporting a brighter today and tomorrow for today's California student athletes. We have 4 halftime scores. Nevada Union 14, Franklin 14. Antelope 21, Rockland 14. Del Oro 31, Yuba City 14. Stag 8, Pleasant Grove 7. At the half, we have Elk Grove 14, Ponderosa 0. Hey, Granite Bay, here come your Grizzlies!
Test 1, 2.
Here we go.
Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to the second half of Napa High School versus Granite Bay at Granite Bay High School Field.
I hope that you guys enjoyed and you enjoyed your halftime. I know the people here did. We got some good, clean family fun out of those cheerleaders.
Good, clean family fun, huh?
You know, they always do a great job. Like I said earlier,
All that flexibility, you know, it's
It's
so clean.
so well choreographed, so synchronized.
I mean,
it's simply impeccable.
And you know what? They're not too ugly either. You know, I have to say that.
I mean, obviously not. I mean, come on now, they're cheerleaders.
You know what I'm saying?
Now,
All right,
thoughts
set
on the
to
first half? What do you got?
What?
What do you got on the first half? What are your thoughts?
Absolute blowout. Absolute devastation for the Napa Valley Indians. They can't get anything going offensively or defensively. Can't stop anybody.
Watch the onside kick here,
And for the
possibly.
kickoff, we have Rudy Hera.
Nope, not.
He boots it, line drive. That's going back to the end
That
zone.
guy has got a cannon
That
little
guy
leg.
has got an absolute
Rose
boot
kick is
and
into
pretty
the
nice
end zone
cleats,
for
if I
a
might
touchback.
add.
I love shiny cleats. You can't go wrong with shiny cleats. I mean, it doesn't even matter if it matches your uniform.
You can't.
They make a statement.
You know what? The flashier you are, probably the better you are. Or you know what?
Or you make a
the loser
or you
you
make
are.
a fool of yourself. But
Or
you know,
bending.
you got to take a chance once in a while in
You
life,
do.
right?
You know what? Life is about chances, Blake. You gotta live it to
the
the
most
fullest.
successful people in the world are risk takers.
All right, we are 1st and 10 right now in the Grizzly 20-yard line. Caraway under center. Takes a snap, hands it off to Cooley. Cooley setting the tone. Breaks one tackle,
John Cooley,
dives
ball
for about
carrier.
4-yard gain. Excellent carry by John Cooley to start off the half.
I would be surprised if Granite Bay passes the ball more than 4 times in this half. With a 31-point lead, you don't want to get anyone hurt on some freak play going across the middle, getting hit in the head. You don't want any of that. So I'd be surprised if it's anything but vanilla play calling from here on out from Granite
You know
Bay.
what, Blake? I would totally agree with you. And I'm actually kind of shocked that they started the second half with their starters.
Well-
You think with that 31-point lead, they'd kind of put in their backups, ease them in slowly into the play calling, see
No.
what they get out of them.
Well, here's what I expect. I expect they'll probably play the starters maybe 2-3 more series. If they put like a couple more touchdowns on, then I don't think we'll see the starters in the fourth. But
You know what? I even have a prediction that they won't put anyone on the field, Blake.
they won't put any players.
No players on the field. 11 versus 0. You know what? I still think Granite Bay would win.
That's a bold strategy, Zach. Let's see if it pays off for them.
That was. All right. 1st and 10 on their own 36. Caraway under center. Cooley in the backfield. Partridge fullback. Hand off to Cooley. Up the right side. Oh, he's wheeling and dealing.
Great vision.
And there
Great
he is.
vision.
There he is. You know what? He's around the 47-yard line, 46-yard line. Good run by Cooley. Excellent vision.
About a
He
gain of
hit that
11.
hole explosively, Blake.
Hey, gain of 11 with 11-11 left in the third quarter. How about that?
You know what? 11-11 on 11-11 at 11-11.
There you
Can't
go.
beat it. A lot of 11s.
First down, Grizzlies.
And you know what? His number is actually 5. If you add 6 onto that, that's 11.
You know, just combine Clint Ellenwood and John Cooley, and there you go. You got 11.
You know what? And we're in the third quarter. If you multiply that by 2 and add John Cooley's number, that's 11. There
Okay,
you go.
We're gonna stop.
We're gonna
that
quit
now.
out with
Sorry,
the 11s.
folks.
They're 1st and 10 on their own 47. Hand off to Cooley. Up the right side yet again. Oh, and he takes a stumble. Rolls over the 50-yard line for a gain of about 3 to 4.
I like the way he changed hands with the ball there. As he went to the right side, he put the ball in his outside hand. That was very smooth, and it was a good play.
That's football IQ. That is NCAA caliber running by John Cooley.
Indeed. Now the lone major recruit from this Granite Bay team right now is Bo Hirschberger. He's listed as a 3-star recruit at a defensive lineman, or is he? I'm not sure whether he's being recruited as a defensive end or an outside linebacker, because I think he can probably play both.
You know what, Blake? In college, I don't think he'll be able to play defensive end.
Yeah,
he has size, he has strength, but you know what? He's just not. He's not
a
big
little
enough,
small.
which
He's
is
a little
amazing
small
to
for
say,
D-line.
considering how huge he really is.
The guy is a beast.
He's an animal.
He's a beast.
He's an absolute monster, folks.
But he's being recruited by multiple schools.
No, Blake, you said he's a 3-star. 3 stars out of how many?
5. So, but see,
You know what? 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
there's only 3-star recruits are considered very good. Now, 5-star are just absolutely studs.
Tony
Stud
Ellison on
muffins.
that sweep. He broke a tackle. Got a gain of about 7.
Now, 4-stars are like great. Like they will still be major impact players, and your team is filled with 3-star recruits. That's
It's
what
true.
that's what most recruits are.
And you know what? Granite Bay, they have a solid lineup with 3-star recruits. And you know what? Bo Hirschberger also has had an outstanding season with 33 tackles, including tonight's tackles, which I don't know. We haven't gotten the stat sheet yet. But when I get that, I will report that back to you. The humble fans who love the game of football, thank you for tuning in. This is Play On Radio. And we are here, and that is a pass. Oh, and it is tipped.
Very
by
uncharacteristic
Stephen Graber. That was
of
a
Graber.
rollout on 1st and 10 on their own on the Indians 38. That was a pass to Stephen Graber, who made the leaping jump and couldn't hold on to the ball.
That's very uncharacteristic of him, though. You know, he's usually got just. It seems as though he has stick 'em on his hands, but it happens.
You
So
know?
everyone drops a pass once in a while.
Like, do you remember those NBA commercials when they used to pretend there were magnets on the ball in the hoop?
Of course, Baron Davis.
That was the epitome of Stephen Graber and Greg Caraway.
The magnets.
The magnets.
I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
But
They
sure
seem
as
to
heck
always
ain't
find
gonna
each
say I'm
other.
right, Blake. All right, here we go. Caraway under center. They're 2nd and 10 on the Indians 38. He drops back to pass. Over the middle to Graber.
I liked that check down. He looked left. Garrity was not open. He didn't have the separation, so he just checked down to old reliable Stephen Graber.
I've said it before, I say it again. Football IQ is crucial in a game like this. But you know what? It's no longer really because it's 31-0.
You got that right. I mean, I think Granite Bay's probably just going through the motions right now. But Ernie Cooper does a tremendous job with this team. As you were talking about the football IQ, he does a great job of disciplining them and keeping their heads where they need to be.
That is a true fact, Blake. Coach Ernie Cooper, Coach of the Year in my opinion. I don't know about yours. We'll see.
He should be in the SFL. League champions, 5-0.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
And
and
you
that's
know
a
what-
run up the
what I
middle,
really-
which was stuffed.
You know what I really think helped this team?
What was that?
Playing Westlake and Oaks Christian early in the season. those teams are the elite teams of this state and of this country. They are top teams in the country.
And they hung in there for a little bit, and then once the game got rolling, they kind of fell behind a little bit. But you know what? It was really good to set the tone for them to start off with a loss to those two teams, because if you're losing by only so many points to the two of the top 10 teams in California, you know your team's going to do well. And that's a touchdown catch by Stephen Graber.
That is a bold fourth down call.
What an athlete.
That's the exact same play they went to over here where Graber dropped the ball on a couple plays earlier.
That is true. They went right back to it, Blake.
On a 4th and 2, a deep pass into double coverage. Tremendous pass by Caraway, by the way.
Hey, you know what? That's Ernie Cooper calling the plays.
Yes, it is. And by the way, Bo Hirschberger, I've just gotten word, is being recruited as a DN, not an outside linebacker. So apparently they think he is big enough to play the defensive end position.
All right, here's Colin Brown attempting the point after touchdown. It is up and good.
As always.
Good connection.
Ty Cerna with the hold. Colin Brown's extra point.
Good hold, Ty Cerna. Good hold.
Colin Brown, an SFL honorable mention player as a kicker.
As a kicker. Wow.
And we got a couple other honorable mentions. Luke Jarvis and
Mason Conan.
Mason Conan was the other. Yes, it was.
It was Mason Conan.
Now, we might as well name some of those all-league players that the Granite Bay has, because we've been talking about it, but we haven't really given any specifics.
Exactly.
First-team players: Aaron Knapp, J.R. Colton, Tyler Arneson, Cameron Smith, Bo Hirschberger, Tony Milo, Parker Doyle, Kevin Blank, Justin Ramirez, Grant Caraway, Taft Partridge, John Cooley, and Tony Ellison.
Now, folks, if you weren't counting on your fingers like I was, that is 13 players. 13 players, first-team all-league.
That is just first-team. And by the way, Zach, Mason Conan actually was a second team. He was not an honorable mention.
Oh, I stand corrected.
Second team players were Stephen Graber, Nick Grace, and Mason Conan. And then the honorable mention was Luke Jarvis and Colin Brown, as well as Austin Smith.
You know what? And they earned all of those titles.
The team has been tremendous in the second half of the season.
Those juniors and seniors really gave it all they had this season, and they knew it's going to be their last season at Granite Bay, and they wanted to go out with a bang. And you know what? They've done so. Colin Brown on the kickoff. That is Spinelli on the return. There he goes up the middle. Breaks one tackle, and he is taken down around the 30-yard line.
I think Brown's done a good job of kicking to Spinelli rather than Zach Jones, because Zach Jones is their team.
He's their threat.
He is their guy, and if you keep the ball away from him, you got a good shot to win.
Exactly. So they kick it to Spinelli. Let him get a gain of about 30 yards every time, average. But you know what? He really doesn't have the best hands, so they're kind of hoping for a fumble out of him.
And he doesn't have breakaway speed like Jones does. So I mean,
but he's a workhorse.
He's gonna run right into you. He's gonna get some yards, but
he's a workhorse.
He's not gonna kill you on that.
All right, Aguera, shotgun formation. Jones in the backfield. He rolls out to pass. He goes to Austin Aaron. Austin Aaron with the reception. That's a gain of about 15 yards. Excuse me.
That was a good throw, but what I noticed on that rollout, for some reason to me, that looked like he looked a bit tentative as he was rolling out. He didn't look like he had a large confidence with him as he was rolling out.
If I were him, I wouldn't have so much confidence in myself in my game so far, as I've been shut out through full quarters of play, no points, and not even a point, not even an extra, not even a field goal.
I mean, he's been getting hit on virtually every play.
Every single play. He's eating turf, Blake.
It's rough.
It is rough out there, but you know what? He's a fighter, he's a gamer, and he wants to play.
There was a good throw right there, right in the seam, in traffic, confident throw.
That was a beautiful throw to Quinn May.
Hats off to Aguirre right there.
Aguirre, you know what? You stood strong in the pocket, had poise in there, and you can't really ask much from a quarterback.
We haven't called Zach Jones' name in a while. They haven't really been getting him the ball.
You know what? Because he hasn't really had that much production, Blake.
I mean, other than
defensively, he's been awesome, but offensively, he's been kind of quiet.
He had that long run early in the game, but they've been lining him up wide a lot rather than running the ball with him.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, there he is.
Look for him here.
Shotgun formation. Oh,
that's good defense.
Is that a catch? That's an incomplete pass.
Good defense by Grace right there.
Beautiful coverage on the play. That is man coverage. Nick Grace, shutdown corner.
Nick Grace provided the coverage on the play.
I really like the way he got his hand in there. Even though it was low, he didn't give up on it. He didn't assume it was hitting the ground. He went after it and made sure that was an incomplete pass.
You know what? Day in, day out, they are taught to never give up on a play. Never. They are taught to go
play
all
to the
out
whistle.
To the whistle all game.
Absolutely.
And it's very apparent
I think that's how you got to coach.
Through these 2.5 quarters of play. I'm Zach Berger. That's Blake Allen. We're talking to you for Play on Sports. Play on Sports, the leader in sports entertainment for high school sports.
And that's Austin Aaron again.
Austin Aaron right over the middle. Aguirre's getting a nice little streak going, don't you say?
He's playing much better this half than he was in the first half. He's much more efficient. He's much more accurate. It looks like he's settled down a bit. But it's not really that hard to settle down when the game's out of reach. You know, that's the point where you can really play with no pressure. Early in the game there was pressure, and I don't think he was really.
But I do have to commend him because the first team defense is still out there.
Yeah, and he's bounced back. He's bounced back, and you got to give him credit.
So far, he's bounced back. You know what? He's on a little bit of a roll. Let's see if he can keep this momentum going. You know, move the chains a little bit. See where he gets. Oh, and that is a design quarterback run, right up the middle.
Nice little sneaky play. Defense probably was not expecting it, just a direct snap to
probably not
let him run.
You know what, Blake? I think we'll be seeing a lot of sneaky plays out of this team. When you're down by so much, you have nothing to lose.
And it's the end of the season. Why not pull out all your plays that you have in your playbook? I mean, when are you saving them for the offseason? You might as well just use everything you got. See if you can pull a comeback.
See if they can get something going here.
Because you definitely aren't hiding your playbook for the next team you have to play when you're down this much.
I do understand what you're saying. 2nd and 6 on the Grizzlies 26. Aguirre under center. Fake handoff to Zach Jones. Oh, and he is hit. Oh, it's still caught. Way to make a play. Way to make a play. Way to go back and get that pass, huh?
I like that was a good play. I liked the unusual blitz scheme by the defense right there with Jack Dockham coming in on that blitz. He came in hard. He hit the quarterback. That's what you want out of that blitz. You don't need to get the sack. Just make contact. It didn't work out that play, but you know
you need to get in the quarterback's head. That's really what you need to do because he's been on a roll in this quarter and it's very apparent. So they need to pump the brakes on him.
You don't need to sack him every play.
No.
You just need to put a body on him. You got to put pressure on the quarterback or you will get torn up.
Got to push him a little bit.
And I think Granite Bay's done a great job of that tonight.
See what he's got mentally. Aguirre in the shotgun. Got back to pass. It is completed to Austin Aaron.
He's been utilizing the sophomore sensation Austin Aaron a lot more this half.
Sophomore sensation. That rolls off the tongue, huh?
It is amazing to me that he's a sophomore. He and Cameron Smith both are just super sophomores.
And you know what? I said it earlier. You can't teach size, Blake.
You can't. Both of them are very
Standing
big.
at a towering 6'3", 185, Austin Aaron has quite a few catches on the night.
But I mean, he's got good hands too. He like Graber is a big guy with good hands. I think Aaron's probably the faster guy, which is why he plays wide receiver. But
I think that is very apparent.
I got to be honest. I don't think I would rather have any other high school tight end than Stephen Graber.
I would definitely agree with you. You know why? He's reliable. He's reliable, game in, game out, making catches, making plays, blocking. He does it all, folks. Stephen Graber, what a guy. Give him a round of applause at home.
Now, 4:11 left here in the third. 38-0 is the lead for the Grizzlies. Hopefully we can
extend this lead, baby.
Or maybe see some competitive play in this half. We didn't see a lot of that in the first.
You know what, Blake? Once the second team gets out there, I'm not even sure that it will be a close game. Because the second team is almost as competent as the first team. And that is an interception right over the middle by middle linebacker.
Wait, that looks right.
Oh, Spencer Castengay on the interception, middle line. Excuse me, safety, Spencer Castengay.
You know that's what we're talking about. You can't make those mistakes as Napa, and that's why Granite Bay is so as good as they are. Their defense buckles down when it needs to, and there they go. They stopped Aguirre's hot streak, and his head's probably gone now. He's probably.
You know what? He probably gave up.
His confidence is probably shot. I mean, you can't throw interceptions in the red
zone. Like I said earlier today, Spencer Castengay, hard-nosed player, and you know what? He sat there, took his spot, watched the quarterback, good eyes, good vision, excellent play. And that was a run for Tony Ellison on the right side, off the sweep, not much yardage.
What surprised me there is that they're doing a flyback run, which is behind the line of scrimmage. At that point, it typically runs
right
backward.
Near the goal line.
It runs backward before it goes forward, so I'm not really sure.
This is where we get our controversy with Coach Ernie Cooper's play calling.
But, you know, the guy has a plan. He
sticks
what? To it.
He does. And, you know, you can't refute that. He's winning 38-0 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. You know what? We can nickel and dime him all day, but in the end, he comes out winning, and we come out just sounding like idiots. So, all right, that's a run for Tony Ellison off the sweep, opposite side, same exact play. Got a little bit more yardage out of it. Now I think he's just trying to use some clock up, because Granite Bay looks a little slow coming out of the huddle.
I'd be surprised if it's not a run to Cooley up the middle right here. Or maybe Partridge, but I'm going to guess it's a run up the middle.
Cooley just came out.
Looks like they're passing the ball then. Typically when Cooley comes out, it's a pass.
Bryce Mantell checked into the game.
Now Tony Ellison, he doesn't just play football. Guy plays piano very well as well.
You know what? He has the nimblest fingers I've ever seen. Oh, there he goes. There he goes, Grant Caraway. Ooh, that was an over-the-top hit. Maybe some helmet-to-helmet contact. I don't know.
Looks to be just short there. Maybe a yard or two. No, I'm going to go with probably 1 yard.
You know what? I think they're going to go for it just to run some clock.
Hard count. Watch it.
You know what, Blake? I've learned to not refute anything you've said so far. I just kind of listen to it. Oh, you know what? They are punting. They are indeed punting. Blake, I stand corrected yet again. I should be keeping tally on this right now. It's pretty embarrassing for me. I apologize, fans.
You know what, Zach? You're doing a good job.
Thank you, Blake. I do appreciate that. I take pride in my work.
I mean, you're entertaining the crowd, I'm sure. You're entertaining me, and I'm not an easy person to entertain, so.
You know, Blake, I feel like me and you're just having a conversation, and people are listening in on it. So.
That's commentary, isn't it?
It is. That is commentary. Play-by-play, color commentary, Blake Allen. Beautiful job, by the way, Blake.
Thanks, man.
You're doing a great job. Shout out to Kyle Holmes, writer of USA Today, NFL analyst, also our sports journalism teacher. Excellent guy, great guy. You should meet him. Follow him on Twitter, @KPHolmes, giving you great fantasy football insight.
The guy knows it all. He can name just about every NFL player there is in the world.
Shout out to Marcus McFall, coming into the rap game soon. Look for him, Marky O, on the beat. You can find him on Twitter, @Marcus McFall, @MSmooth. Sorry, I do apologize. Look him up on Twitter too. Oh! And that is a huge sack!
That is
my word, Cameron. Luke Jarvis bringing the heat up the middle and just delivering the biggest gut punch
is not feeling good.
To the Napa offense.
Aguirre is not feeling good. Wow.
Aguirre is hunched over in pain, breathing quite heavily in the huddle.
What a monster hit by Jarvis.
That was quite embarrassing. Wow. I would be thoroughly embarrassed.
I would not want to be hit like that by Jarvis.
I would be on the sideline crying my eyes out right now, Blake. Man, what a tough kid. That was a huge hit.
He didn't see Jarvis gloat.
What was that?
He didn't see Jarvis gloat. He just walked right back to the huddle.
You know what? That's a sign of a mature, poised player.
Now, Zach, your New York Knicks won tonight.
They did.
4-0.
4-0. You know what? They're on a hot streak. They can't be stopped. Raymond Felton, what a man. What a man. Here's some things that you might want to know about Luke Jarvis. He's 6'3", 210 pounds. That's a big heaving, big beefy boy. You know what I mean? He's coming right up the middle, tearing you up, getting your gut. Ow.
I wouldn't want to be hit by him. But for those Kings fans out there,
if I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wouldn't want to be hit by any of these players.
There you go.
But that's just my view on things.
Quick blurb for the Kings fans out there. Kings are down by 1. End of the third quarter against the Spurs. It would be a big win for them tonight if they could do it.
Oh.
Another interception.
Another interception for the Grizzlies.
That one, Cameron Smith.
Cameron Smith, folks, he can do it all. He can sack the quarterback, get tackles, make interceptions, make plays happen. Big old man, Cameron Smith.
Bo Hirschberger and Cameron Smith look like they're enjoying each other right now, am I right?
I think they enjoy each other's company thoroughly. They really do complement each other's play styles.
Two elite players. I mean, you can't go wrong with. You got a defensive lineman in Hirschberger rushing the passer, and you got Smith behind him. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with those two.
I cannot wait to see how Cameron Smith will progress his next 2 years in high school. He has 2 more, folks. 2 more years.
That guy
only room for improvement.
I gotta be honest. The guy has the size and athleticism and speed to be a college level football player, like a good one too, not one that just gets a scholarship and sits on the bench. Like he can be an impact player.
You know what, folks? With this timeout, I think me and Blake are going to take a quick commercial break. There's 11.8 seconds in the third quarter. The score is 38-0. Granite Bay Grizzlies. We'll be back in a bit.
Welcome back. Here come the Grizzlies. Josh Neal's in at quarterback.
Sorry, folks, I was out for a bit. I am back. 11.8 seconds left in the third quarter. It looks like they're going to run this one out. Tony Ellison with a big break up the middle.
No, those are your second teamers. That was Michael Garrity.
Oh, wow. Michael Garrity getting some action.
You
The
predicted
Gare Bear.
You predicted the second teamers would see the whole fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter is getting ready to start.
I'm just a little upset that I didn't see my own prediction. You know what, folks? We're actually going to go back to another commercial break. Fourth quarter starting up for you when we come back. 38-0. Granite Bay Grizzlies. I'm Zach Berger alongside Blake Allen. We're having a lot of fun talking to you. Hope you're having fun listening.
Josh Neal is checked in at quarterback for the Grizzlies.
And we are back. 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Here's Caraway under center.
That's Neal.
Oh, that is
Second
Neal.
team.
Neal is in the game. Second team. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Josh Neal getting some
Ellen with the
time.
ball carrier.
He actually started against Oaks Christian.
That was a strange situation. I actually talked to Coach Cooper about that, and I asked him. He said it was an
I as
internal
well.
issue. I mean, Caraway did come back after a couple drives, but
He did.
he said it was an internal issue, and it was just that one-time thing, and Caraway, ever since, has been in control of the offense.
Fun fact, that day, actually, Caraway overslept because his alarm clock didn't go off. He was late to pregame walkthroughs, and you know what? Because of that, Coach Cooper had to set an example for his captain and quarterback and show the whole team that no one has special privilege, and he let Neal start that game, and Neal did not disappoint.
That's probably the right decision by Cooper.
Oh, that was a run by Michael Garrity up to the sideline. What a powerful run.
And back to Josh
Michael
Neal.
Garrity, the ball carrier.
He came in last year for Brendan Keeney in a playoff game,
Made by
Yes,
Zach
yes.
Jones.
and because Brendan Keeney was injured,
Exactly.
Neal, I believe, was 7 of 8 for 2 touchdowns.
And keep in mind, Caraway had a collarbone injury at this point.
But I mean, as a sophomore, to come into a varsity game, a varsity playoff game, just completely cold,
He had 2 passing touchdowns that game, folk.
and that was only in second half, maybe just the second half.
To win the game,
He did
as
a great job.
sophomore.
Great job.
2 passing touchdowns, cold. Ice in his veins, folks. Ice in the veins. Runs in the family. His dad, actually former offensive coordinator for the Granite Bay Grizzlies. So he knows the offense inside and out. Very competent player. Neal under center. 1st and 9 with 10 minutes and 44 seconds left. Grizzlies 38-0. Here they go. Pass off. Handoff. Excuse me. Up the middle. And number 28, Michael Garrity.
Now, during this time, I'd like to give a shout-out to the guys working up here in the booth, our team. We got Brandon Hughes doing our stats, Daniel Romero helping communicate down below, and our director, Dominic Barreco. He's been doing a really good job.
And our producer, Zachary Weidkamp.
Weidkamp,
Weidkamp.
shout out to you.
Weidkamp getting it done.
And I believe...
That is a touchdown for the Grizzlies.
Touchdown, Grizzlies!
From up here, we can
Looks
not
like
see
Michael
who had
Garrity.
that.
I think
I would have
Garrity
said,
scores
Yep,
the
Michael
2-yard
Garrity,
foul.
touchdown.
you can typically tell by who's getting the props.
You can. It was very apparent. He had the momentum going through the drive, so they wanted to give him the love. Grizzlies leading 44-0. 9:53 left in the fourth quarter. And Colin Brown still to go out and take the extra point.
And we're going to give a shout out to Mitchell, the cameraman, as well.
Mitchell, sorry I have to brave the cold, man. But you know what? You got to do it for the love of media.
Nice turner with the hole. Colin Brown's extra point attempt is good. We have 9:53 left to go in the ball game. Grizzlies 45-zip.
All right, me and Blake are going to take a quick commercial break. We will be back to you with Play On Sports. It says playoffs, Granite Bay versus Napa. The score is 45-0, 9:53 left. I'm Zach Berger. This is Blake Allen. We will be back. And we are back. Kickoff return by Spinelli. Spinelli breaking tackles left and right. There he goes, right up the middle. Workhorse Spinelli, the Italian stallion. Breaking it up, getting a 35-yard gain.
Looks like Mark Ellis on the tackle.
Mark Ellis on the tackle. Normal wide receiver Mark Ellis. That's an unusual sight for us.
Well, I mean, special teams, you can really go with anyone. I mean, Dylan Keeney, he's out there on the defensive line now. He was on kickoff earlier. The whole second team defense is in as well. Oh, excuse me, not the whole second team. The second team defensive line is in. Looks like the same secondary is still out there.
It appears that Xavier Hunter, Jr., 5'10", 210, absolutely built to the nines, folks.
Oh, wow.
And that was an awful throw by Aguera.
And that was backwards. That's going to lose them yards.
But you know what, Blake? That pass really just exemplifies what they have been doing offensively.
It sums up their night perfectly. I mean, they haven't gotten anything going. I mean, they've been in the red zone twice, but they've turned it over. You can't turn the ball over in the red zone. You can't commit penalties.
You can't turn the ball over, period.
That's true. That'll lose you games.
Turnovers lose games as well as penalty flags.
Now they've been good with penalties, actually. Granite Bay's been the one getting more penalties, but Granite Bay hasn't turned the ball over.
Exactly.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Granite Bay has scored on every single possession.
Oh, good run, good spin move up the middle.
Am I mistaken in that Granite Bay has scored on every possession?
Blake, I'm gonna say you're right.
Jones with the carry.
They scored on every single possession.
I can't recall a turnover, and I can't recall Caraway punting at any point. So
I can't either.
One time? Oh, excuse me. They didn't score one time. They had one punt.
You know what? Fun fact: Grant Caraway, quarterback, also punter.
That is tradition here at Granite Bay. They like to make their quarterbacks punters, so it gives them options in terms of fakes if they ever need one.
It is very true. Very true. Very resilient of the offensive program.
Here we are.
Here we go.
High formation.
Aguera under center. Handoff. As the backup tailback.
It seems strange to me that Zach Jones has gotten the ball so little, as he's the back of the year in their league.
Exactly.
You'd think they would just give him the ball every time, just pound it.
That was number 23, Alex Rocha, on the carry, by the way.
They've got him the ball in different ways, but they just haven't gotten it to him consistently. They've lined him up since like the first quarter on the outside. They really haven't lined him up as a running back in a while. So that's been the most surprising thing to me out of Napa.
All right, here we go. Aguera in shotgun formation.
Watch for Jones on the
This
outside.
is the fourth down attempt, 4th and 8. In the fourth quarter, over the middle.
That's
dropped. That is dropped.
It's a good play by Grant Powers to break that up.
Excellent play by the junior. Sophomores. No, junior.
Junior Grant Powers. He's actually been quite a surprise. I mean, he's made a lot of big hits this year. And he's not a big guy in stature, but I mean, he's just been laying the lumber.
Hey, Blake, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. 1 and 50, what is it?
On what?
It's just a number between 1 and 50, what is it?
For what?
Just guess.
24?
No, it's actually 45. Do you know why? Because the score is 45-0 with 6:51 left in the fourth quarter.
Now, quick thing, Zach. It looks like Aguirre was hurt on that last play.
Ooh, Aguirre is hurt.
I'm surprised. Hey, give some props to that guy. He's been a warrior tonight. He has been getting hit on just about every play, but he's hung in there.
It's been a constant struggle for him all night. Been stuffed all the time, getting no separation from the defense, no time to breathe. But you know what? That's also some props to the Granite Bay defense.
Absolutely.
That is a handoff right up the middle to Michael Garrity, getting stuffed on that run. Excuse me, Jake Mackle on the carry. Jake Mackle is a two-sport athlete. He also plays varsity lacrosse midfielder. That's a wicked shot, I might add.
You would be very familiar.
I would be.
As Zach is a varsity lacrosse player.
Varsity lacrosse captain.
Captain, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you short there, Zach.
You know what? As Mr. Grizzly, I feel like it's my obligation to tell you those things.
You know what? You're probably right. I apologize.
I'm just kidding, Blake. I love you, as I love the fans. Thank you for tuning in. This is Play On Sports, the leader in high school sports entertainment.
There's
Bringing
Andrew
it to you
Towery.
live, and that is Andrew Towery up the gut. Oh, and he broke it
What
free.
a run.
One man to beat, and he will score. Andrew Towery, touchdown.
35 yards. Now, what was I telling you earlier about Towery?
He's the most productive running back on this team.
When he gets the ball.
When he gets the ball.
When they gave him the ball, it looked like he didn't have much. He ran it through the middle and found a hole and scored a touchdown.
It was a beautiful play.
The guy's a good runner. There's no doubt about it. I know Ellison's
The guy's a spark plug, really.
But like the problem I have is when they put Towery in, it's just to give Ellison a rest. It doesn't usually result in Towery getting a carry. He only had 11 carries coming into the season, and I just have not been able to figure out why that is.
I couldn't tell you, Blake, because he's productive. That's what he
he's
does.
a good player.
He produces. He gets it done. Oh, that was a little bit of roughing the kicker, but you know what? The refs are going to give a little bit of leniency. I wouldn't personally call that.
No
The score is
reason to.
51-0.
When that goes up, it should be
51-0 Grizzlies.
Oh, did that extra point miss?
No, that went in. 51-0
They
Grizzlies.
aren't going to count this
There
extra
are
point, huh?
5
Oh,
minutes.
there it is, 52.
Oh,
52 to
52.
nothing.
There we are. 52-0. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Let's hope this finishes up quick. I got some homework to do. I'm
Friday,
Zach Berger. This is Blake Allen signing out for a little bit. We'll be right back with Play On Sports. And we are back. That is a kickoff and picked up by Spinelli yet again. Italian Stallion. Oh, good handles on that
Good
one.
ball.
You know what?
Yep. I was going to say the same thing.
He
Good
held
ball
on to that. They were
security.
going for the strip there. Very obvious because he doesn't have the strongest hands on the team, but you know what? He is the workhorse.
52 push-ups.
Self-acclaimed Italian Stallion. Just kidding, we called him that.
You know, I'm going to take credit for that nickname. Obviously, it's not original. There's people who have had that nickname over the years.
Rocky, you know, to name one.
Well, come on, Zach. We don't need to reference others.
I feel like that was a big part. 'Cause you are quite the Rocky fan.
We just gave a plug to Rocky. We're not even getting paid for that.
You like Rocky so much. You like the newest Rocky the movie. And you know what? He tried too much in that movie. He really did. He had nothing going for him. He's old. He can't box anymore. He wasn't fooling anybody. But you know what? You liked it because you're like, you know what? He's an old action hero. Got to give him respect.
I respect Italians. I'm not going to lie.
It's not even the fact that he's Italian.
No.
It's just the fact that you like him as an actor, which I don't understand in the first place. You can't even understand words that he says.
See, that's the beauty of it, though. Is Stallone, you don't even need to understand what he says to really feel what he's acting.
To feel what he's acting? What do you mean acting? He's up there moaning.
Zach, I don't want to get into semantics with you right now. Let's just get back to the game.
Semantics. The score is 52-0. 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game. And they have the backup quarterback in now for Napa High School, number 14. His name is, drumroll please, Blake, Ryan Gustafson.
Gustafson, I believe.
Gustafson.
There we go.
You know what? He's probably of Bavarian descent.
Bavarian, huh?
Bavarian.
How'd you come to that conclusion?
I was thinking of pretzels, Blake.
Gotta love pretzels.
You gotta love pretzels. You gotta love them, especially with some salt, some nacho cheese, maybe a little mustard. You don't know.
Absolutely. Right you are.
Depends on how you swing on that.
I formation.
Hand off up the middle.
First down.
That's a good game. That's a, you know what? Positive
This
yards,
is probably the best drive they've had in a while.
which is slightly embarrassing, but you know what? It shows how much heart they have so late in the game. No chance of coming back unless they made a miracle drive after 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 drive to win. But you know what, Blake? I don't see the possibility of that happening.
Hey, anything can happen. right?
Anything can happen in
Impossible
sports.
is nothing, as Adidas says.
You know what? Brett Favre proved that so many times after he retired, came back, retired, and then he came back. You know what he did, Blake?
He retired.
He retired again. There are even some talks of him coming back into the league.
You know, I just love Brett Favre. I love the way that guy plays football.
Blake, do you have any relation to John Madden by chance?
You know, I wish. I really
wish.
do. I mean, I got the utmost respect for John Madden. The guy's a warrior.
He you know what? Warrior's a word to call it. He was great in his heyday as a coach, not so much as a commentator.
I love
can
his
point
video
out
game.
obvious things too.
I love his video game, but
I don't think it's been his video game since the Nintendo 64 version. I'm to be honest.
Well, yeah, okay.
He's had
I'll
no
give you
part
that.
in it
I'll give
except
you
for the
that.
name.
That's all that counts, right? Your name's
Yeah.
on it. It's
You
yours.
know what? He's making millions off of us playing it.
And I think that should be the last play. And,
I
nope,
think-
Napa's going to go no huddle, try to get some points on the board here.
Napa's gonna go no huddle.
They don't wanna
Try
get
and
shut
go
out
for the
here.
touchdown.
I wouldn't want to get shut out.
I wouldn't either, but you know what?
Excuse me, they are huddling up. Looks like they're going to just
Oh.
take this one down.
Are they just gonna take a knee? You know what? I don't think they're gonna take a knee. I think they're just gonna wait it out.
We're gonna, yep.
You know what? That is a
was the
victory
last play.
for the Grizzlies. Clock winding down. The final score, 52-0. Granite Bay. Solid victory. Excellent performance out of the offensive and defensive end. And you know what? We'll be right back with our post-game show. My name is Zach Berger. This is Blake Allen with me as always. And we will be right back after these short messages.
Fans of Sackville Keene section in the CIF, thank you for your attendance at this ball game this evening. Let's hope you enjoyed this competition as much as we've enjoyed having you here. As you leave today, remember to drive home safely. The life you save may be your own. Final score, Grizzlies 52, Indians 0.
And we are back. This is the post-game show live with me, Zach Berger, alongside my partner in crime, Blake, the man, the one, the only, the Allenator.
I guess I'll take it. Now, I want to get started with just congratulating the Grizzlies on an extremely well-played game.
Beautiful
52-0. I don't think they could have played any better.
Blowout.
They really showed why they were as high a seed as they are with 3 losses, because they are above teams that have one loss or undefeated teams. So I mean, don't do it. They always perform when it comes playoff time.
Solid offensive and defensive effort, especially with Grant Caraway, who was 12 of 14 for passing. He had 149 yards and 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, folks.
Completely under the radar too. I mean, it seemed like he wasn't like doing all that much, but his
name wasn't said all that much.
He got it done. I mean, he did what he did all year. He completed over 65% of his passes. He had a 16-4 so a 4-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. And I mean, John Cooley, we can't forget about him. Great first half. He kind of petered off in the second half, but as did most of the offensive players because they didn't play as much. He went over the 1,000-yard rushing mark tonight.
There we go.
And he had 100 yards on the night, and he was about 73 short going into the game of 1,000, so he topped that pretty easily.
You know, receiving yards wise, Stephen Graber had 5 catches for 82 yards. Not outstanding numbers, but you know what did stand out to us? 2 touchdowns.
Great game by Graber. He was
Excellent
awesome.
Game.
And also,
you know what? We said it earlier about Graber. Great hands.
Great
Just like
hand.
Tempur-Pedic pillows on there, man. He catches everything that's thrown to him. He has good feet. Not the quickest guy on the field, but you know what? He makes up with his great leaping ability, his great deceptive runs.
Can't forget about the size.
Can't forget about that size. You cannot teach size.
You know, and other players that did well tonight, Tony Ellison is always consistent. But Clint Ellenwood had a touchdown. Andrew Towery had a touchdown. Michael Garrity had a touchdown. So I just wanted to give credit to all those guys for just doing a good job. Colin Brown had a field goal.
I want to give credit to Coach Cooper. Coach Cooper made sure everyone in the offense got involved. Hearing all of those names be listed for touchdowns, that's amazing team unity.
It is, and he did it in the playoffs, and that's my favorite thing, is to do that in the playoffs is a very difficult thing to do, but he made it happen. He
made it happen. He called plays that were ridiculous. That 4th and 2 call for the touchdown to Stephen Graber.
Bold. It was extremely bold.
Extremely bold and uncalled for.
And I love that, though. I love bold
I do
play
like
call.
that. I like the intensity in his play calling and his will to never quit. He just wants the game to keep going up higher and higher and higher. He can't stop it. You can't stop it. They're the Grizzlies.
Okay, now that we've talked about the offense, I think we got to go to the defense now, right?
Defensive time right now. This is the defensive corner with Blake Allen.
They gave up no points.
None.
2 drives got inside their own red zone.
Absolutely.
Forced turnovers on both.
That's a 0 on the scoreboard.
I can't recall Zach Jones having a play longer than that 25-yarder to start the game.
I don't think he broke 70 yards, Blake.
I don't think so either. And that was their threat, and they took him away, and that was just tremendous. They were after the quarterback all night.
All night.
They were
he was
making
eating
plays.
turf consistently throughout the night.
They had 3 or 4 interceptions, I believe.
Even on completions that he got, he was still on the ground because we were getting so much pressure inside their offensive line because they weren't being consistent.
That is what you need as a defense, is to get pressure. You need to win the battles up front in the trenches, and they did that.
And it appeared their offensive line didn't have the correct splits going. Granite Bay had their splits all night long, and the offensive line could not read the defensive schemes that we were throwing at them.
And I want to give a shout out to Cameron Smith on breaking that school record.
Congratulations. You earned it, man.
Let's see. Aaron Knapp had that nice interception in
For
return.
redemption?
Yeah. Let's see who else.
Tony Ellison had a great game. Can't forget Tony Ellison, impact player.
He had the punt return touchdown called back, as always.
He still had he had 3 touchdowns tonight.
Did he have 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns tonight, Blake. And last game, you know what? He had 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
A great compliment to a better game. Excellent player, Tony Ellison. Watch out for him next season, folks.
I think my last shout out I'm going to give to is Spencer Castengay. He had a nice game. He had that interception. He was wreaking havoc out there, and I think he did a good job. Very underrated.
You know, I'm going to re-shout out to Kyle Holmes giving us this excellent opportunity to do this. Blake, I've had a blast with you. I've had a blast calling the game for you, the fans. My name is Zach Wigger. This is Blake Allen. We have been talking for Play on Sports. This has been a pleasure.
Thanks to our producer, Zach Weidkamp, our director, Dominic, and our film guy, Mitchell.
Mitchell, you know what? You toughed it out up there.
And our stats guy, last but not least, Brandon Hughes.
B Hugs, getting it done. So once again, Zach Berger, Blake Allen, Play on Sports, leader in high school sports entertainment. We will see you next time.
Thanks a lot, folks.
What do I do? I can